The first and most important step in manifesting seems like it should be the easiest, but for many people, including myself, it can prove to be the most difficult. That step is deciding. You must be clear and concise about what you want to manifest. It can't be a vague statement like, I want to be happy or I just want to be rich. You have to know exactly what you want down to the details. The author of the renowned book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, says that this decision must be a burning desire. It must become your definite major purpose. In other words, your mind's got to be made up. No turning back. Once you decide and put that type of conviction behind your decision, God and the universe will move on your behalf. The next step is to figure out why you want to manifest this thing. Is it so that you can provide a better life for you and your family? Is it because it'll give you a sense of purpose or freedom? Is it because it's something that you think that the world needs? Is it because it's something that you've always dreamed of doing? Do you have more than one why? If so, that's good. The more reason you have, the better. What is your why? It can be anything as long as it's deeply important to you. It needs to be strong enough to fuel your conviction and keep it burning hot. Picture it. Sicily. The year was 2020. I had been working on writing a novel for years, and I was at what I considered the halfway mark. One day while writing, this feeling came over me, and I just decided that I was going to publish this novel that next year. One of my whys was because it had been a dream of mine for so long, and I just had to see it fulfilled. We were in the midst of the pandemic, and this made me very aware of my own mortality. I realized that I actually did not have forever. And so in that moment, my first intentional, definite major purpose was born. Although it had taken me a few years to finish the first half of the novel, I finished the second half in a few months. Every time I sat down to write, the ideas and words just seemed to flow. It was as if I was on autopilot. I guess in a way, I was. The next step is to believe. It's important for you to believe that what you're manifesting is possible for you. It takes the same amount of energy to manifest something big as it does to manifest something small. The trick is to believe. I had no idea how to go about actually publishing my novel, but I believed wholeheartedly that I could do it. I had many examples of regular people who had already done it, and I leaned on those examples as proof that I could do it too. As I was nearing finishing the novel, the mechanics of how to publish the book began to be laid out before me, step by step by step. Next, you want to write down your definite major purpose. This makes it real, something you can actually touch. This also sends a signal to the brain and a message to God and the universe, letting them know that you're serious. The Bible even says to write the vision down and make it plain. It also gives you a reference point that you can always refer back to measure your progress. When you write your vision, you want to do it in first person and in the present moment. This brings the vision into the now instead of casting it off into some distant someday future. For example, you write something like, I'm so happy now that, or I feel so alive now that, or I have so much freedom now that, or my life is filled with so much abundance and joy now that. After you've written the vision, you're going to read it daily and really feel the feelings that you've described in your vision. Which leads us to the next step, visualization. In this step, you're going to unlock and unleash the power of your imagination. In your imagination, you have the power to create worlds, both fictional and actual. Imagination is one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal to create the lives we want to live. You're going to frequently imagine yourself living inside of your manifestation throughout the day, especially as you drift off to sleep and when you first awake each morning. This is when our brains are in a state called theta. I explained this in a previous video titled How to Release and Replace Limiting Beliefs, which I'll link below. When you're visualizing, you don't want to do it as if you're watching a movie or someone else. You want to do it as if you're actually living it, like you do in your dreams. You want to be present in every situation and interaction. You want to feel everything. Feel what it feels like as you look around the conference room into the faces of your employees as you conduct your quarterly business meeting. Feel the breeze of the cool air that rushes out to greet you as you push open the door to your brand new home on a hot summer's day. Once inside, deeply inhale the aroma of the meal that's being prepared by your loving and thoughtful significant other. Hear the sizzling of the vegetables as they're being sauteed. Really be there. Vision boards can be helpful, but they are not enough on their own. When you look at them, you must allow yourself to be transported into your new reality. You must walk around inside those photos. Walk around inside of the vision. Which leads us to the next step, becoming a vibrational match to the manifestation. You may have heard this said before, but it bears repeating. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Which is why it's so important to feel the feelings when you visualize. Thoughts produce feelings. Feelings or emotions produce vibrations. In order to attract your manifestation to you, you need to vibrate on the same frequency that it does. You adjust your frequency by how you feel. You adjust how you feel by what you're thinking. I hope I didn't lose you. Please comment below if you got that or if I need to explain it further. There are millions of frequencies or vibrations around us at all times. You just need to tune or tap into the one you want to experience. To drive this point home, I'm going to use an example that author and teacher Bob Proctor used to use often. Wherever you are right now, there is music vibrating all around you. It doesn't matter if you're in your car, on a 2-lane highway out in the middle of nowhere. All you have to do is turn on your radio and tune in to the frequency that you want to experience. The same rule applies to our lives. The next step is to have faith that your manifestation will unfold exactly when and how it needs to. You got to keep the faith, even when your rational mind is telling you it ain't gonna happen, Captain. That's when you gotta reply, "It's already done, son." Let's take a trip back to Sicily. Picture it. This time, we're in the middle towards the end of 2020. I had saved all the money I needed to publish the book when life started lifing. And just like that, the money was gone. I didn't lose faith though. I just kept taking inspired action and pressing toward the mark. By March of 2021, I had saved the money again. And again, life started lifing. Again, the money was gone. I could have said, oh well, I guess it's not gonna happen this year. Guess we gotta wait to 2022. But no, I kept the faith because I had a definite purpose. I just knew it was gonna work out. I didn't know how, but I knew it would. It definitely wasn't going according to my plan, but I didn't let that discourage or deter me. I just kept moving in faith while keeping my eyes, ears, heart, and soul open for different avenues and routes that God and the universe may have had for me. It wasn't long before opportunities and ideas to get money were all around me. In the end, I ended up with nearly 3 times what I had originally saved to publish the book. A better way was being prepared for me. I just had to stay encouraged, stay the course, keep the faith, and stay open. You have to remember, when you are manifesting, you are co-creating with God in the universe, and they got way more experience in manifestation than you do. The last step is to receive it. This step further builds on becoming a vibrational match to your vision. You must act as if your vision has already come to pass. What would your days look like if you had already manifested your ideal life partner? Would you cook breakfast for them on the weekends? If so, instead of grabbing a banana as you run out the door or scarfing down a bowl of cereal, cook breakfast for yourself on the weekends. Would you take them out on dates? Would you shower them with gifts? If so, start doing these things for yourself now. What would your days look like if you had that successful drop shipping business? Would you be researching which products are the most popular right now? Would you be figuring out the most economical way to order those products? Would you be looking into how to market and scale that type of business? If so, start doing those things now. How would you show up in the world every day? The second part of this is to release worry and attachment to the outcome. Stressing about the if and the when and every detail of the how will only delay your manifestation. If you're already living in the manifestation, there is no need to worry about if it's going to happen or how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen, because it's already happened. It's happening right now. And the truth of the matter is that once you've decided and asked, it is so. Now all you have to do is tune or tap into the vibration. Now that we got us some new tools, let's use them to build something amazing. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of love, light, and laughter.